Hello, welcome back. This is Kenshin1913, and we are Let's Playing Gabriel Night 3, Blood of the Sacred, Blood of the Damned. And in the last episode, we made it to, Gracie found the dead bodies of McDougal and whatever his name is, Monroe or whatever. Anyways, they were the Prince James's men, and unfortunately they got killed by probably a vampire. And probably we already know who the vampire is. Because honestly, they're just, I don't know how to explain it, but we met a man who's...
I don't think I'll get much out of those two, not with the stuff they're sipping.
We met a man... Alright. Yeah, I can't talk to Wilkes.
I don't think I'll get much out of those two, not with the stuff they're sipping.
Alright, what about if I take their booze? Yeah, I can't talk to... Exit the hotel and travel to the Tor Magala. Climb up to the top of the building, talk to Arnaud about the dead guys. Alright, I guess I'll do that. Yeah, but having a dead guy in your thing is not cool, I guess. I wonder if it's this way. There's that chicken. Okay, yeah, this is the right way here. Alright. Yeah, I don't know what this is. This is just some building that's just some building that's in town that you can like take a look at outside, I guess. And again, I would probably push this guy, but I'm not gonna bother. Let's talk about the dead man.
Good afternoon, Abbe Arnaud. How was the tour?
Surely you have heard, Mr. Knight.
Heard?
My goodness, man. We found two men. That is to say, the entire tour group stumbled upon... Well, two men have been brutally murdered.
Huh.
You are not surprised?
Well, should I be?
I don't know what you mean.
You ever meet these two men?
No, never.
And you don't know who might have,
You toy with me. You have heard. I don't appreciate your games, Mr. Knight.
Well, I'm not much for games myself.
Well, we know.
Let us terminate this discussion, eh? It has been a most trying day as it is.
Yeah, well, you know something.
Yeah, I know he's lying, but maybe I should let him stew for a while.
You're very lucky, sir. I don't push you off this thing. Because I could. I could push you, and you would fall down and die. Or maybe you wouldn't die. You'd maybe break a leg or be seriously injured or something. I don't know. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. Yeah, so this is where they went. Let's head to the Devil's Armchair. Yeah, I'm gonna save my game. Wait. Oh, I've been saving it an N. Oh no. This is a new game with a new letter. Oh shit. Alright, so let's see. Now what do we gotta do? Let's see. Look at the tire marks in the dirt. Oh. Yeah. bad we don't have a camera. Then we could take a picture.
There are some tire tracks in the dirt.
Yeah, okay. Follow the tire tracks. I'm assuming this way. Oh, there's a car here.
Mallory and McDougal could have parked the car here, but I don't know why they'd bother to hide it. It's more likely that the killers stashed it here. Maybe they grabbed Mallory and McDougal somewhere else and brought them here to be executed. I'd like to know where all Mallory and McDougal went last night. Maybe tire tracks like these would help, if I could compare the tread.
Alright, so what we need is a sketchbook. And we need to sketch the...
I can't get enough detail from the tracks in the dirt.
Sketch the damn tire. How does that even work? Well, these two tire tracks, because they'd have to have positive traction and rear suspension. Because anyone in Alabama knows that one tire is spinning while the other tire is, doing nothing. How can you be so sure?
I can't get enough detail from the tracks in the dirt.
I'm positive. Alright, let's head up over here, I guess. Oh, Mosley's over there.
Wow, pretty damn grim.
Christ! Did you do that on purpose?
Not at all.
So what the hell's up with this? I'm guessing these are Prince James' men. Am I right?
Yeah, for once.
Oh, so how'd they end up grinning with their larynxes?
Vampires. So yeah, tell them about vampires.
Could be vampires.
Yeah? Not the kind what's-his-face wrote about.
That would be Stoker, Bram Stoker.
Thank you. Not the kind Stoker wrote about. Take a look at these guys.
But where's all the blood? Think about the faces of the men.
They're both completely white.
That's because they've been drained like a couple of cans of tuna.
Curious.
I know what you're thinking. But if it was vampires, why the long gash? It'd be like trying to drink from the lip of a mixing bowl.
Maybe they got really big mouths. Like you.
Sure. A vampire cult founded by Mick Jagger. Oh, this all makes perfect sense to me now. Yeah.
Okay, so let's walk up to the top of the hill. See if we can find some blood or something. So yeah, the only thing I'd have to say is unfortunately about this game, a lot of the colors like blend in a lot and it's weird. How do I get up there, I guess? Let's see.
That's a clean gash.
And deep. Ooh, they knew what they were doing, all right.
Walk to the top of the hill. How do I get up there? Let's see. Walk into to the top of the hill. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Is this blood here? No. Oh, here we go.
Shit, Mose, get over here.
What is it? Is that what I think it is?
I think it's what you think it is. Looks like it.
Looks like a big pile of blood. Let's use our idea thing twice. Yeah, eat the blood.
Considering how friable the ground looks, I'd say that was a lot of blood soaked up, wouldn't you?
Yep. Maybe even all of it.
Which explains why there's no blood near the bodies.
Yeah, but geez, I thought the voodoo murders were strange. What do you make of this? Neat little piles? You know, like Felix Unger meets Freddy Krueger?
They obviously drained the blood here on purpose. The question is, why?
At least it rules out vampires.
Not necessarily. Maybe they're just picky eaters. This M.O. with the blood is too weird. It's gotta have a purpose.
What about these?
This M.O. with the blood is too weird. It's gotta have a purpose.
Indentations are knee prints.
They're pools of blood. This M.O. with the blood is too weird. It's gotta have a purpose. About who might have done it.
Yeah, and?
Nah.
It had to be the kidnappers, don't you think?
If so, they're a hell of a lot nastier than we thought. And weirder. This is no ordinary killing. Look at them.
Sticky. And red. This M.O. would...
What's it smell like?
Not much. Earthy. Dead. Anyway, sure doesn't smell like wine.
Think about the indentations next to the blood twice. The indentations are knee print.
No way. This M.O. with the blood is too weird. It's gotta have...
Oh, right here.
There are two slightly curved indentations here.
Footprints?
I don't think so. Wrong shape.
So what are they?
Knee prints, of course.
Now he's gotta have...
The assassins must have made them kneel, and then...
But there are no other prints. There should be some sign of a struggle, or at least the footprints of the assailants. Victims just wouldn't kneel down and be cooperative. Huh, Knight? What about the assailants?
Yeah, what about the assailants? So what else we got?
Whoa!
Alright, yeah, alright, so they're knee prints. Let's start getting the hell out of here, I guess.
I think that's about it. Guess I'll head out.
Sounds good to me. I'm surprised the cops haven't shown up yet.
Oh, they will. And I'm sure they will appreciate your thoughtful protection of the murder
Gabriel Knight
scene.
theme.
Hey, Madeline.
And what are you doing here, Monsieur Knight?
Why don't you call me Gabriel? This monsieur stuff is so French.
All right. What are you doing here, Gabriel?
I came to keep Moe's company. He's a bit squeamish, you know. Never could stand the sight of blood.
Shut up, you hoser.
I am beginning to think there is more to both of you than meets the eye.
Oh, there's more, all right. In my
Not you, animal.
head. So what brings you here, Madeline?
I came to wait for the police. They are French police, after all. So you and you, Monsieur Mosley, may feel you have done your duty. Au revoir. À bientôt. Toutle ou.
Your wish is my command.
By the way, Gabriel, can you tell me the two dead men's names?
Me?
I saw you and your little girlfriend talking to them last night in the parking lot.
Oh, see, Gracie, my assistant, caught a ride with them from Paris, but she didn't know them.
That sounds very odd to me, but perhaps the police will be more understanding.
Oh, come on. There's no need to waste their time. Maybe you and I can go over it more thoroughly later.
Very well. I look forward to it.
See you, Madeline.
Toodaloo.
Hey, could you... Shit. Give me a ride, will you?
Get on. Just make sure those hush puppies don't mar the chrome.
You used to be a lot funnier. You know that?
And you could touch your toes once. Shit happens.
Yeah, I wonder why Mosley's here. Alright, so we bring Mosley back. Now let's go use the bike. We're going to Larry Chester's place. And here I'm pretty sure we're going to have to do the old Knights Templar handshake thingy. So let's save our game.
Yes. Well, come in, Mr. Knight. I'm afraid I can only spare a few moments.
I appreciate that. You know, a friend of mine, Grace, she drove into town yesterday with a couple of guys. Friends of Prince James of Albany. Real nice guys. Scottish, I think. Mallory and McDougal, I believe their names were.
Are you going somewhere with this, Mr. Knight?
I was wondering if you knew them.
No, I'm afraid not.
You liar. You're a big
Perhaps
liar.
it's unclear who I'm talking about. You must know them, because after they dropped off Grace last night, they came here. I saw you let them in.
2 men.
2 men. Last night.
Yes, a car did stop here last night. They asked directions. They were only here for a few minutes. Is there a problem?
Not for you, I suppose. Do you have any idea where Mallory and McDougal are now?
No. I gave them directions and they took off again. Have you seen them?
Yep.
Oh, where?
They're dead. Their bodies were found at the Devil's Armchair, just down the road.
Damn.
My God.
You seem surprised.
Of course I'm surprised.
About those 2 men who stopped here last night?
Yes?
This may sound strange, but I was taking a walk by the parking area next door, and I thought I saw you all exchange an awfully complicated handshake. For 2 guys who stopped for directions, that is.
Uh-oh.
How dare you spy on me? I want you to leave. Now.
Are you a Freemason, Mr. Chester?
Now. or must I call the police?
I think you know those men and Prince James. And I think you know the real reason those men were here. I'm trying to help Prince James myself, even if that means pissing people off.
Mr. Knight, I haven't the slightest idea who you are or what you're talking about.
Right. Uh-huh. Well, thanks for your time.
Alright, so now he's pretty much pissed off at us. How does he not see Gabriel here? Jeez, this is the worst. And the other thing is, like, how does he not see Gabriel's, bike? Yeah, like, he's looking. Look at this! He must have looked at his bike. Oh my god. Some of this stuff is really oblivious. Alright. Alright, he's going now. And just like in that song, I think we're alone now. Something, 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 and the only sound. I think we're alone now. Do 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 do. Okay. Oh yeah, so he had a clock or something. Maybe it's a bomb. And he's gonna blow up his house. That's the only thing I can think of.
Now, if I can just press the alarm button. 2 a.m. Got it.
Alright. So I guess that's it. Let's get the hell out of here. Yeah, there. Larry was probably talking with someone. Obviously, he was on the phone with somebody, but don't know who, don't know what. Let's save our game once again.
Oh, Mr. Bowser, I'm so sorry. What a klutz I am.
It is quite all right. I was not paying attention.
Oh, no, it's my fault entirely. I was worrying about something else and not watching at all.
And Lady Howard, is she recovering?
Yes, she's resting quietly. Thank you.
I am very glad to hear that. Good day, Miss Stiles.
Good day, Mr. Bowser.
Yeah, something's up with that guy, too. Yeah, see, I don't remember a lot about this game. Like I said, I might have played it once. I don't even remember beating it. I watched my sister play it. My older sister. Because she was a big fan of Gabriel Knight. Not that I'm not, but...
I don't have anything else to say to him.
Alright, let's go and talk to this guy here.
Say, Jean, do you guys do wake-up calls? Maybe you could have Simone buzz the room for me about 2 a.m.?
Certainement.
You won't let me down now, will ya?
Oh, most assuredly, monsieur. I forget nothing.
Oh, really? Alright, so let's go in here. Probably should tell Prince James's... two of his, people are dead. Deader than dead. They're dead. They're so effing dead. beep, boop, boop.
Stewart's residence.
Mesme, this is Gabriel Knight.
Hold on, please. It's him. Mr. Knight?
Hello, Prince James. I'm afraid I have some pretty bad news. Sir, your men were found dead this morning.
I see. Yes. It's horrifying news.
I can tell you everything I know about it.
Please, do.
Well, they left here last night about... drained into the ground. We found 2 pools. Well, hell, it looked ritualistic to me.
Lord, I just don't understand.
Nor do I. But the killing still revolved around blood. I think...
Mesme and I were just discussing this. You see, I have certain affairs which you know nothing about, and I'm not inclined to involve an outsider.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting that picture. But if I'm to...
That's why I sent my own men down there. Now this, frankly, I don't know what to do. Son's life, my son's life means everything to me.
I know.
And Mesme thinks you'll be able to do some good. So I'll ask you to keep your eyes open, at least until further notice. But that does not mean intruding on. Please, just try to stay focused on finding the child.
Sir, I'd be a lot more successful if you told me everything.
Goodbye, Mr. Knight.
Yeah, that
You'll
guy's...
hear from us soon.
God!
That guy's voice sounds familiar. Youch. What are you doing, kitty? Hey, get over here. Yeah, that guy's voice sounds familiar. I don't know where it's from. I'll have to look him up. But he's got an interesting voice. So now we're going to have a 2 a.m. wake-up call. So what, we can go track down Larry Charles and Chester or whatever his name is? And be like, yo, what are you doing, mother effer? Alright, let's go talk to Gracie. And then I'm going to end the episode. Hello, kitty.
I know it's difficult, but come back from the light, Gracie. Come back.
All right. I was almost done anyway.
Hello.
So what's it...
Hey, kids.
God.
What? You guys weren't about to discuss the case, were you?
Oh, go on, Grace. Tell us about the book.
Okay, check this out. Talk about wild. It ties together Freemasonry, the Templars, this group called the Priory of Sion, and like this bizarro theory about the Holy Grail.
There we go.
Well, what do you want to hear about first?
Alright, let's hear about...
What's this got to do with the Templars and the Freemasons?
Okay, according to the book, the Templars were the founders of Scottish Rite Freemasonry, and when they were persecuted, some of them fled to Scotland and changed their name.
What's that got to do with Rennes-le-Château?
Only that whatever is going on here, the Freemasons are obviously still involved. Some secret knowledge must have been passed down through the organization.
Oh, let's hear about the Holy
So,
Grail.
what's this Grail theory you mentioned?
Okay, now, the Grail. Are you ready for this?
Go on.
The Grail is supposed to be a vessel, right? Like a cup, and it contains the blood of Jesus.
Yeah, go on.
The book suggests that the Grail is an allegory for an esoteric secret, a secret so heretical that it had to go underground throughout the Middle Ages.
Yeah,
it was passed along as the legend of the Grail.
And that secret is?
That Jesus had descendants. The Grail itself is an allegory of the womb of Mary Magdalene. Okay. In other words, her womb, right, the cup, contained his blood, or rather bloodline. His heirs.
Get out of town.
Kinky.
All right, let's ask about Jesus' ears.
Is anyone actually buying this stuff about Jesus having descendants?
Sounds pretty Looney Tunes to me.
Whether it's true or not is not the point. The point is these secret societies believe it, in a big way. Okay, look, Mary Magdalene came here, right, after the crucifixion?
That's what they say.
Okay, so she brings the kids, or maybe she's pregnant. Her descendants intermarry with local nobility and become the Merovingian dynasty.
The Merovingians are supposed to be descendants of Jesus?
Yes, and the Catholic Pope betrayed and murdered them, but some of their line survived.
You're losing me.
Sorry, Mose, I'm on a roll. Okay, so the Merovingian survivors hid in this region and had backers here. Well, it could explain why so many heretics kept cropping up in the Languedoc, like the Cathars and the Templars, and Rome kept trying to wipe them out to bury the secret of the bloodline.
Gee, those wacky popes, you just can't trust them.
No, you can't.
Maybe it's those funny hats, all that weight up there on their head.
Fine. I'll shut up now.
No, it's good information. It's good information, Gracie. I like it.
What's this got to do with the Templars and the Freemasons and Priory of Sion again?
They're all supporters of the bloodline, dedicated to getting the bloodline back on the throne. The Templars were probably founded to find proof of the bloodline's genealogy. That's why they were excavating under the Temple of Solomon. And the Crusades would have been the perfect cover.
Proof? Like what? A 2,000-year-old birth certificate with the father listed as the son of God?
Jesus was of the royal house of David, and if he had children, it would have been in the temple records.
If the Priory and the Templars were both supporters of the bloodline, then how come they split up?
I don't know. Maybe they had a falling out.
Like Martin Luther and the Catholics.
Paul Simon and Art Garfunkel.
The professor and Mr. Howell.
Don't start.
The professor and Mr. Howell, you talking about Gilligan's Island?
I'm not sure I want to know, but who or what is the Priory?
The Priory of Sion is an offshoot of the Templars. See, they split off before the Templar persecution, way back in 1188. The Priory returned to France from the Holy Land and set up a bunch of monasteries here.
What's that got to do with now?
Well, the Priory still exists, and they seem to have some kind of major agenda going on with Rennes-le-Château.
What's that all about? Jeez.
Here's a random thought. That whole argument between Prince James's men and the Abbé, if the men were Freemasons, could the Abbé be Priory?
Maybe. But I was thinking that Montreux might be Priory.
Montreux?
Yeah, he's the owner of the local winery, Chateau de Serres. There was just something weird about that place.
I'll have to check it out.
Besides, if the Priory and the Freemasons are both supporters of the bloodline, why would they be ripping each other's throats out?
I don't think they're that friendly, Mose. They may have started out in bed together, but that doesn't mean they always agree.
Oh, kind of like the U.S. and England.
Reagan and Bush.
Hardcastle and McCormick.
Siegfried and Roy.
All right already.
Hardcastle and McCormick, I'm not sure who those are.
So what's the Priory's agenda in Rennes-le-Château?
I'm not sure exactly. But whatever it is, it probably has something to do with the bloodline.
The bloodline of God!
How does this relate to the treasure?
The authors think Saunier found the Templar treasure all right, but it wasn't gold. It was ancient genealogy charts from the Temple of Solomon, which Saunier then used to, get this, blackmail the Catholic Church. Or maybe he sold the documents to people like the Priory or the Masons.
Well, it's a theory. Was there anything else I should know about the book?
Oh, maybe just one small thing. Listen. Many of the prominent families in Europe today claim Merovingian descent, including the Habsburg-Lorraines, Wittelsbachs, Plantards, and Montesquieux in France, the Sinclair family in Britain, and the Stuarts of Scotland.
The Stuarts? Prince James is a bloodline descendant?
Holy genealogies, Batman.
Whoa, it does kind of change the whole picture, doesn't it?
I really need to go.
You catching a train?
No,
Yeah.
I just,
I still want to read a bit more. So let's meet back here at 5, shall we?
Sure. See ya.
Yeah, alright. Well, you know what? I like Mosley being involved in the case. You might as well have as many people looking out for things as possible. You know
There's
what I
something up with him.
Go figure.
Yeah, I know. What is up with him? I don't know. Anyway, she must be reading the Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown, probably. Anyways, I am actually going to stop the video here. In the next episode, we are going to continue our search, as we have now found out that the guy might be the son of God or descendant of God. We're on a mission from God. So I've been Kenshin 1913. See you later. Bye-bye.